to be part of the Olympics, it means that you are part of the biggest event in the world. And I think that we cannot count Spain out of the fight for the medals.
It will be the last games of Mikkel Hansen and Nikola Karabatic forever in pro handball.
Ball across to Dylan Nahi, double in flight. Oh, what a start!
Ooh, into the net.
She does it again. Yes.
And Magdeburg are the champions of Europe. Come up with something here. She has a game. Across the keeper. What a comeback!
Another day, another episode, and it's time to talk handball again, everybody. And it is back with the three of us, cozy and cuddling in one room. Besides myself, Bengt Kunkel, I am joined by two legends once more. At first, we'll start with a guy who is happy and who will be forever grateful to bring beach handball to the Olympics, at least for a show match. Martin Vilstrup, how's it going?
I'm super good, thank you. I said another episode where you weren't here, Victor, that Bengt is back in shape, you know, with these introductions. He's doing super good once again. Not that the others were bad, but you're taking it to another level.
Yeah. And then let's take him to another level here once again. We're always talking about the trophies that he has won, but let's talk about the trophies that he hasn't won, but won bronze at it. It's Victor Tomas.
Hello, yes, and I'm quite proud of that bronze medal.
Most
actually.
definitely.
Did I say it too early with the introduction?
But to be fair, I really feel that the Olympics are a special place because that is the tournament where everyone is proud to be part of it, and where it really is just about the sport, and to be an Olympic medal winner is something to be forever proud of.
Yes, of course. At least I have that bronze medal at home, shown with a lot of pride. Because I think that to be part of the Olympics, it means that you are part of the biggest event in the world, and it's a great memories. Of course, it's greater if you have a medal at home, because I have great memories from Beijing and also from London. But then London, it was really hard to take how it ended for us. So I tend to think more about Beijing actually.
We will get. Let's stay there right away. Then let's talk through your little Olympic adventures. How did Beijing go, and how did London go for you, from your perspective?
Well, in Beijing, I was a young player. My first appearance in the national team was in 2007 in the World Championship in Germany, and then the second one was in the Olympics in Beijing. Well, no, second one was 2008. The Euro, yes, and then it was in Beijing, the third one. So my role on the team, sports speaking, was not so important, but I had the chance to play a lot of minutes in the last game, in the bronze medal game against Croatia, because I had Albert Rocas as a teammate, and he was amazing that Olympic Games. He played amazing, but he played so many minutes that in the last game he couldn't jump. So then I had to step in that game, and that made me feel also part of that victory, you know, because we all have our ego, and even if we are part of the team, when you don't give your
qualities on
quality
the court
or something on the court, of course you're a winner, you have it on the CV, but inside you don't feel part of that. So I had the chance to play a lot of time in that game, and we won the bronze medal, and it was very emotional, because also all my family was there in Beijing, and it was crazy.
And then 2012 was a little harder to swallow. Why is that?
Oh my God.
You opened that topic. I'm just asking.
Yeah, one of the toughest moments in my career, because Olympics, you are preparing for the Olympics for 4 years, you know.
Yeah.
And we played quarterfinals against France because they fucked up During the group phase, they lost against Iceland again, and they were second in the table. We were first in our group, and then we had to play against them. And we lost in the last second with, I think, an illegal goal from Akambre after a rebound of the save of Arpad Stervik. So that was very, very, very hard. And they ended up winning the Olympic Games.
Yeah, it was the quarterfinals. It was a 23-22, but still, actually, to be honest, losses are part of the game, and the hard ones, of course, they are a little tougher to process, but still, yeah, well, it's part of the deal, and you have to go through it.
It is.
As hard as it sounds, but this guy over here, he brings beach handball to another level and to the Olympic Games. What is happening with beach handball this summer in Paris?
Well, it's getting picked 3 all-star teams on the men's and the women's side, and then the France national team is there because it's being held in Paris, and then there's going to be a lot of exhibitions, show matches being played. I heard some rumors about close to the Eiffel Tower, so that's not a bad venue in case that's the truth.
I was there.
Oh, you was there?
Last weekend. Actually, 2 days ago.
Is it in the beach volleyball arena there?
They are already building it next to the Eiffel Tower. So I have seen the venue that you're going to play.
That's not. It sounds really great. So yeah, I remember almost 10 years ago when I played also a World All-Star team in Switzerland in Lausanne in front of Hassan Mustafa and Thomas Bach, where we wanted to promote the sport. So here we are 10 years later. Now we're playing at the Olympics. We're not official in the program, but yeah, that's what's happening. And to add up also what the Olympics is about, to me, it's also. In terms of handball, maybe it's not. Maybe it's hard to say, but quality-wise, I always think European Championships are the toughest ones. But in terms of event, and you know that there are so many other athletes, and you have to be good at a European Championship or a World Championship to qualify for Olympic. That's why to me it's super big to be there, and all the athletes that get the chance to, experience something like that. It's. I just hope when I get there that I also get the chance to see everything else, because it is such a big event, and that's what the Olympics also about.
Yeah.
And I think also that whenever you go there, no matter which sport you're playing, you're also trying to support all the other national players that represent your country. So I think that's unbelievable with the Olympics.
What would you say? Where is the standing of the Olympics in the handball world?
It's the competition that everybody wants to play because it's so special, because of the, let's say, surroundings of the sport. But I agree with Martin that the European Championship is the most demanding one, let's say. But of course, Olympic Games, being in the Olympic Village, being able to just have breakfast next to Novak Djokovic, for example, or Usain Bolt, or great athletes like those, it's crazy, and that is what makes the Olympic Games so special.
Absolutely.
Wondering if Usain was sitting and saying the same about Victor and all the Spanish guys.
I'm sure not.
But all the Spanish guys, the bronze medal that you brought home from the Olympics is actually the best result that Spain has ever achieved at Olympic Games. Yeah. Is it gonna change this summer?
That's a hard one. I think Spain at this moment, after the Euro they did, they are not in the best moment. But if Spain is known for something, is for being a fighters and a team that is always believing, it's always trying hard. And I think that we cannot count Spain out of the fight for the medals. So if you would ask me, being realistic, I think it's quite difficult that they can get gold or silver medal. But I believe they have the will and the strength to do it.
What do you think?
Well, I think first of all, it's hard to rule out Spain just because they didn't play one European Championship where the expectations were that they needed to qualify at least from the group. But on the other hand, it's more like, for me, it's not that Spain don't have the quality. We know that they have the quality. For me, it's more like being played in Paris with France and stuff like that. It's like, who can beat France that just won the European Championship and stuff. And Denmark will obviously be up there, I think, as well. But before the European Championship, we always said, the semifinals are Spain, Sweden, Denmark and France.
No, I think I counted Germany into the semifinal.
Yeah, you did. But the history says that these are always the team. So just because Spain wasn't there once, okay, they can easily be there for the next championship. But I agree, the quality within the men's tournaments at the moment, it's so tough, and it's depending on the matchup and the quarterfinals. I don't see Spain as the favorites, if I have to be realistic. But to rule Spain out or underestimate them, then they're gonna show you wrong. That's something the Spains don't like. If you kind of underestimate them, they're gonna bite you then.
That is for sure. Maybe to close down the Spaniard topic here, have they processed what happened in January?
Yeah, they did, but they have to be together again now on the games that they play against Serbia to qualify as well. It was very close for Serbia. It was the last shot that Gonzalo Pérez de Vargas made safe to qualify Spain. So yes, I think they have processed it, but now the national team, it's in a process of rebuilding a little bit, and I think it's quite. It shows you in what moment Spain is that our starter left back is 39 years old. It's Antonio, which is amazing player, amazing guy, amazing team player, but okay, something is happening. We need young players to be there to take over and to reveal the national team. So let's see how Jordi Rivera is doing it, because if somebody can do it, it's him. He's a fantastic coach, and he goes around during the whole year watching all the games. He watch everything. So if there is someone who can be there, he knows. And let's see.
And talking about older players being starters for their country, we always come back to one 36-year-old and one 40-year-old. It will be the last games of Mikkel Hansen and Nikola Karabatic forever in pro handball. How realistic do you see this scenario of them making it to the final and then have one last clash of the titans to fight for Olympic gold?
Yeah, well, I don't find it super unrealistic, but it's probably also a little bit of a Cinderella story that many objectives, if we want to look at it, it could be a nice thing to have Mikkel Hansen versus former teammates, and two of the, for me, the biggest one, Nikola, but also Mikkel Hansen had an amazing career. It's also one of the greatest, I think, that we ever had. But not unrealistic, if I have to be honest, but the Olympic has its own, way of impact, and it's a tough tournament because it's so big and it means so lot for everyone. And as Victor said, that one team maybe loses the game and then you get a tougher quarterfinal than what you perhaps deserved. But I don't see it as being super unrealistic, and that's without being the Danish guy speaking here. I think Denmark or France are definitely the top teams at the moment.
Yeah, it's always a question of the draw there as well. As we're recording right now, we don't know about the draws yet, so that's where you don't know what will be happening at the Olympics. But still, it was the advanced final in the semi-final during the Euro. Oh no, it actually wasn't. It was the final. It was the final. Yeah, for sure. But I think Denmark is in for a little bit of revenge.
Of course, I think that my heart is divided, a little bit, because Mikkel, as Martin said, in my opinion, no doubt the better player that Denmark has ever had. Yeah. And probably if Nikola is the GOAT, Mikkel is the second goat, you know, and he's only missing the Champions League, which he has the chance in a few days to win it. I would be, of course, if you ask me, I want Barca to win it because I'm a Barca guy, but I would be happy if Mikkel wins it because I think his career deserves this trophy, and it's something it would be very, very special for him. And then the Olympics, you ask how realistic it is. I think it's very realistic to think that they are going to reach the final. And it's going to be very emotional for the handball world because these two guys, they have behind a lot of people supporting them, and I think that both of them are very likable guys. So no matter what happened, people is going to be happy for one or another one. You know, so I think that both of them deserve that gold medal, and it's going to be beautiful to, if it happens, to watch a final between them both.
Yeah, and also one of my memories as a Danish guy is that Mikkel Hansen free throw against Russia at the Olympics, where young Mikkel Hansen comes into the team and nobody expects him to score on a free throw after time. And I just remember the scenes, like nobody could really believe it the first second, and then everybody was celebrating. I was like,
they were out.
Yeah, exactly.
If it wouldn't be for that goal.
Exactly, and still that goal is like whenever people has a free throw after, oh, can you do like Mikkel Hansen did? And it's like it's been a way of talking, you know, to say okay, I'm Mikkel Hansen or something like that. And that goal will forever be in my head in terms of from a Danish perspective with the amazing goals at the Olympics.
Yeah, just for context, we are recording here from Budapest. That's why we don't know yet who is going to be the Machine Seeker Jeff Champions League winner. You guys out there do know already, just ahead of the Olympics. But yeah, so we are still keen on getting to see that. But let's have a little bit of a prediction round. It's completely into the blue since we have absolutely no clue of what is going to happen in the draw. Who's going to be the top four? Who's going to be in the semifinals of these Olympics?
I think it's going to be France, Denmark, Sweden.
No.
I'm going to go with Spain.
Yeah, all right. So going for the classic four of the last 20 years, but interesting to hear. Martin, how about you?
Now I also have to rethink about. I wanted to say the three first that Victor said, and then leave the last spot open for whoever takes it, and being maybe a surprise or whatsoever. But I definitely think the Sweden, Denmark, and France gonna be there. I don't know. Also, that it's a tough one for the last one. It can be a lot of teams. That one is hard to predict, but I think the three of them is gonna be there.
And the fourth one will be?
Whatever surprise there is. Whatever surprise.
You're not going to skip it.
Well, I'm going to say Egypt.
Okay, fair enough. That is
that's a good one.
Yeah. It's possible as well. Yeah,
That's a
most
good
definitely. I'm putting 4 European teams in the top 4 again. France, Denmark, they are secured. Of course, I'm gonna keep up the German flag because the curve has just been going up, and the 4th place at the Euro was just the succession of what happened before. And my 4th one will be Spain.
So say it one more time: Denmark, France.
Germany and
Denmark,
Spain. Yeah.
France are secure.
Okay. And then Germany and Spain.
Yeah, Denmark, France, Germany, and Spain. I'm ruling Sweden out of the top 4. But it's always so close when it comes down to the top 4. So that will be super interesting. And on the women's side, we gotta predict the top 4 there as well.
I think it's going to be Norway, Denmark. France, and the last one, Netherlands.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I can see that take. Martin, what do you think?
Well, I just had a look at the groups also here, but I would say Denmark, Norway, France, Netherlands. Did you say that as well? Okay, that's boring. Okay, but I have to go with that. I have to go with that one.
Fair enough. I'm gonna switch it up then a little bit. Unfortunately, I can't keep the German flag up now, but Norway and Denmark for me are secured. France is gonna make it, and Brazil. I am going for the hot take Brazil here. So I am seeing them going through. This will be their year, and I would love to see that as well.
Yeah. They have very good players in very good teams. We are seeing some of them here in Budapest this weekend. Bruna de Paula, Gabi Moreski, and they definitely have the potential to beat European teams and to be there.
Yeah, and they do have the experience of a Barbara Arnhart who knows how to win titles. She won the World Championship in 2013 with Brazil. So yeah, why not? Why not take it back to the old glory? So that will be great. And the Olympics are putting their shadow up front. Oh no, we have a saying in Germany that that big event.
I didn't get that.
That the big event is shining towards us already, and we want to have a look at what happens. I'm excited to see it, and let's hope for that one last gigantic clash between Mikkel Hansen and Nikola Karabatic. What of a story would that be to end the last 3 decades?
Yeah, as we said, I think that everybody is kind of expecting that. You know, we all want to see that in a final, Olympic final, in the last game of their careers. It's also difficult for them to manage the emotions on that game for both of them, but maybe for Nico being played in France, maybe a little bit more difficult. But I think it's they are both winners, as we know, and it's the main goal in their heads to reach that final and to win that gold medal. So I think it would be a game for the history.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I agree. I'm just going to remember this year for all the big players that's retiring. Also, Mikkel Hansen, Nikola, Uwe, Juan Canellas, and also Andy Schmidt. Like, it's just been the year where a lot of the big names are retiring. But what a way it could be for both of them, and also for Denmark and France and the event to have, especially the biggest ever the game had, and also one of the biggest with Mikkel Hansen. So let's see.
Cool. Then we will see it, and we will hear each other again the next time when it's time to talk handball again, everybody.
Ball across to Dylan. He double in flight. Oh, what a start!
Ooh, into the net.
She does it again. Yes.
Magdeburg are the champions of Europe. Come up with something here.